cylinders. The cylinder can be changed after the cylinder valve is closed and the system's residual pressure has been released. To bleed the system, first close the cylinder valve by rotating the valve knob clockwise until it stops. Then release the residual air pressure by opening the regulator's purge valve slightly. When the flow of air from the facepiece stops, close the purge valve fully. Next, unthread the high-pressure hose coupling from the cylinder valve by rotating it counterclockwise. Unsnap the cylinder latch toggle strap and release the toggle lever by pulling upward on the strap. Grasp the cylinder valve body with one hand and push in the locking tab below the valve with your other hand. Then lift the cylinder free from the bottom hook and remove it from the back frame. Replace it with a fully charged cylinder and valve assembly by sliding the top of the cylinder upward under the band. Place the cylinder hanger in the hook at the bottom of the back frame. While holding the band, push the toggle lever to secure the cylinder. Then lock the toggle by attaching the cylinder latch strap to the snap on the toggle lever. Do not force the toggle lever to lock. If the band is too tight or too loose, use the adjustment wheel to adjust the band's length. To complete the cylinder's change, align and tighten the hose coupling to the cylinder valve. Remember that the cylinder retention band can be adjusted to accommodate different size cylinders. By clasping the left side of the bail to one of 4 positions, the band can be extended to fit larger 45-minute cylinders or retracted for smaller 30-minute cylinders. The AV2000 voice amplifier assembly consists of 2 components, a mounting bracket and the amplifier itself. When attached to the facepiece's right voice emitter housing, the amplifier electronically amplifies your voice. The amplifier is keyed so that it only fits in the mounting bracket one way. To mount the amplifier, hold it with the 3 white marks on the mounting bracket aligned with the corresponding 3 white marks on the amplifier. While pressing the amplifier into the bracket, rotate the amplifier a quarter turn counterclockwise. It will lock into place with a click. To remove the amplifier, press the locking spring lever outward to disengage the amplifier, then rotate the amplifier clockwise and remove it. To install a fresh 9-volt battery, remove the 2 thumb screws on the battery cover. Remove the old battery, and then insert a new battery by placing it over the pull tab and pressing it into the battery compartment. Make sure the positive and negative terminals match the labels in the battery compartment. Be sure you only use alkaline batteries. Before replacing the battery cover, check the cover gasket for dirt, tears, or cuts. If damage is found, remove the voice amplifier from service and tag it for repair. Install the battery cover by aligning the thumb screws and turning each one until it is hand tight, compressing the gasket and seal cover. To use the voice amplifier, simply press its on-off switch. The LED will illuminate. Should the LED fail to illuminate, check to make sure the battery is properly installed. Use the voice amplifier with a normal speaking voice. Yelling or speaking too loudly might result in unintelligible voice amplification. The battery should be replaced when voice amplification is reduced. A battery will power the amplifier for approximately 20 hours. A flashing LED is an indication of a weak battery. Like all amplifiers, the Scott voice amplifier is subject to acoustical feedback, such as a loud squealing sound under certain conditions. To minimize feedback, activate the amplifier only after you have donned the facepiece, and turn off the amplifier before doffing the facepiece. Quick Charge System. The Quick Charge System provides a convenient means of refilling a Scott SCBA cylinder. You can recharge a cylinder without removing it from the SCBA, and it can be accomplished while you're still breathing on the SCBA. You must provide a source of clean breathing air, such as CGA, Grade D air, or better for filling. Before charging, you should check the cylinder for damage. If it is damaged, remove it and install a new cylinder in the SCBA. The damaged cylinder should be drained of air and tagged for inspection. To fill a cylinder using the Quick Charge System, the cylinder valve must be opened and the charging wand should be attached to a source of 4,500 psi breathing air. Remove the dust cap from the Quick Charge coupling and the matching coupling on the charging wand. Inspect both couplings for dirt or damage and clean them if necessary. Realign the couplings, then push them together until the quick disconnect sleeve clicks into place. The charging air will immediately begin to flow to the cylinder. The charging air will stop flowing when the SCBA reaches the filling source pressure. The SCBA remote pressure indicator should indicate full at this time. When charging is complete, disconnect the quick charge assembly from the charging wand assembly. If venting occurs while recharging, shut off the air from the charging source and check the pressure at the air charging system. If an air leak is detected or suspected during charging, discontinue use of the quick charge system. Secure the air charging source and vent the air charging line. If a leak occurs anywhere on the SCBA, close the cylinder valve and do not use the SCBA until the source of the problem is identified and corrected. After use cleaning. After each use, the SCBA should be thoroughly inspected and cleaned. The respirator and its components should be sanitized by immersing them in a pail containing a solution of water and Wescodine G. Rinse thoroughly and then dry thoroughly before stowage. Prepare 3 pails, each containing 1 1/2 gallons warm, fresh water. Water temperature shall not exceed 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Mix 2 tablespoons of Wescodine G in 1 pail. The remaining 2 pails will be used for rinsing. Change sanitizing solution and rinse water after cleaning about 25 face pieces and second stage regulators. Check to make sure the cylinder valve is turned off. If not, close the cylinder valve by turning the valve clockwise. Inspect the face piece for rubber deterioration, cracks, or tears. Then check the head harness for broken or missing straps or buckles. The face piece lens should be free of cracks or scratches. The nose cup inhalation valves and the auxiliary exhalation valve should be properly seated. Remove the voice amplifier and regulator from the face piece, and then immerse the face piece in the pail containing the Wescodine solution. If necessary, sponge off the face piece and agitate it in the sanitizing solution for at least 15 seconds to expose all parts to the solution. Keep the face piece in the sanitizing solution for at least 1 minute to allow the solution to stay in contact with all parts. Remove the face piece from the sanitizing solution, shake lightly to remove any solution caught in the face piece, and then immerse it into the second pail, which contains fresh rinse water. Again, agitate for at least 15 seconds to thoroughly rinse off the sanitizing solution. Remove the face piece, shake it lightly, and then completely immerse it in the third pail, which also contains fresh rinse water, for another 15 seconds. Remove the face piece, shake off the excess water, and allow the face piece to completely air dry. Do not dry face piece by placing near a heater or direct sunlight. If required, the voice amplifier housing can be cleaned using a rag or sponge dampened in the sanitizing solution. Thoroughly inspect the SCBA's regulator for cracks or heat damage. Check the gasket for tears, and inspect the red purge valve and air saver switch to make sure they're free from damage. Before cleaning the mask-mounted regulator, make sure the regulator assembly is pressurized. Check to make sure the air saver switch and red purge knob are closed. Then open the cylinder valve. There should be no flow of air. If airflow is present, check to make sure the air saver switch and purge valve are closed. Immerse the regulator and part of the low-pressure hose in the Wescodine solution, and if necessary, wipe it with a sponge. Agitate the regulator for at least 15 seconds to expose all of its parts to the sanitizing solution. Keep the regulator in the sanitizing solution for at least 1 minute to allow the solution to stay in contact with all parts. Then immerse the regulator in pail 2, agitating it for at least 15 seconds to remove any residual sanitizing solution. Shake it off lightly, and then immerse in pail 3, agitating the regulator for another 15 seconds. Remove the regulator, shake out excess water, and then open the purge valve to expel any additional water in the regulator. Close the purge valve fully. Close the cylinder valve, open the purge valve to depressurize the regulator, and allow the regulator to completely air dry. Do not dry the regulator by placing it near a heater or direct sunlight. The SCBA's back frame and cylinder should be completely inspected for damage. Make sure all air lines are free from cuts, cracks, or abrasions. Inspect the unit's harness webbing to make sure it has no tears, cuts, or signs of heat or chemical damage. And make sure the cylinder band holds the cylinder securely in place. To clean, wipe all surface dirt from the SCBA with a damp sponge, and if necessary, use a sponge dampened in the cleaning solution to clean the harness straps. Then wipe off the components with a sponge dampened in fresh water. A rag can be used to remove any excess moisture from the unit, and it should be allowed to air dry completely. Before stowing, make sure the SCBA cylinder valve is closed and that residual air has been bled from the system. All back frame and face piece harness straps should be fully extended. stow the regulator in the holder located on the waist belt. This video has helped familiarize you with your AirPack SCBA. But remember that it's important that you read and fully understand all printed instructions and procedures available from your organized respiratory protection program. With an understanding of how to operate and maintain the SCBA, the AirPack will provide you with years of dependable, user-friendly operation.